I've never seen Akademiks this scared.
DJ Akademiks got a call from a really well-known music executive to warn him that he's not crazy, and there are some really powerful people actually after him.
It's a semi-monologue. I got some interesting calls in the last week, and I know I haven't streamed that much, but one of the calls I got, I won't tell you from who, maybe you were able to deduce who, but I won't confirm or deny. But it's really one of the most powerful people in the music business. And this person called me and this person said, hey, Ak, I just I just got put up on speed on some of the stuff you've been going through, some of the stuff you've spoken on. And I seen a recent sit down and, I said, I got to reach out to my guy Ak because I seen they were trying to label you as manic. Now, this is one of the most powerful guys in music. Flat out. I just won't say his name. Maybe you'll figure out who. He says, Ak, I had to reach out to you to tell you you're not crazy. Dude, I'm going through the same thing.
The executive that called DJ Akademiks, his name is Larry Jackson. If you guys don't know who Larry Jackson is, he was, famously the creative director, I think, at Apple Music, and he's responsible for the Drake and the Apple Music partnership initially. Now, he started his own company called Gamma, which I believe was like a label or like this new format of distribution. Now, when he started Gamma, some very powerful people in the music industry didn't like it. So because they didn't like it, they began to put up these like AI anonymous websites and just spread falsehood and lies about him to steer artists and other industry people away from Gamma and away from Larry Jackson. Larry Jackson recently filed a lawsuit to uncover who was behind the anonymous websites. So he's currently in that lawsuit trying to uncover. So he calls Akademiks and tells Akademiks, listen, the people who are after you, I believe they're also responsible for that fake website and the fake accusations against me. And it's no mistake that, the same people who are after you were my direct competitors, which is Roc Nation. Like Roc Nation launched like Roc Nation distribution. Almost everybody and their mama called them out for it. It was like hella predatory. Russ called them out. Everybody called them out. So Larry Jackson's calling, act like, bro, you're not crazy. These people, right, who was my competitors, as soon as like Gamma started to take off and become like the premier option, like next to like United Masters, all of a sudden I'm being smeared, I'm being like torn down, and he believes that Roc Nation is also behind it. So when he called Akademiks, he just told Akademiks, yo, listen, like I know that Charlamagne the God is calling you manic in that interview. Like I know that like Joe Budden is also like calling you manic. Don't let them convince you that there's not this conspiracy or that these people are too high and mighty to worry about you. No, this is their MO.
Lights up, mics up. Let's get these likes up. Welcome back to another episode of Talking Facts, gang. Listen. So your boy Flacco has been on the Akademiks defense train for some time now. He's been his #1 public defender. And even he can see that Akademiks is more scared than ever. Akademiks is at a level of fear that I myself have not seen in a very long time. I have a notorious video called Akademiks is Scared that I did maybe a year ago. I'm not sure how long ago I did it, but I've never seen him this scared because what is going on with Akademiks? He knows or believes or has confirmation, and we're going to get to that the dastardly Roc Nation is on his ass. But the only problem with it is Akademiks is turning into a victim. Akademiks is trying to change his public persona into that of a victim. He's maintaining low tones, lowering his voice, acting like he's shook. He's in a different space because there's something on the horizon. There are lawsuits with his name in it. Drake has dragged him into some things that he might not be able to get out of so easily. And in pure, I want to say for lack of a better word, MAGA fashion, they become the victims. Somehow somebody's cheating them out of something or trying to do something dirty, even though they did it first, gang. These are the perennial people who will attack. And then when you respond, they will hide their hands and turn into victims. And what's going on with Akademiks Akademiks, he has attacked the wrong people, and after a while, they started to go on offense, like Jay-Z said back in the beginning of the year. So now that Roc Nation is on offense, allegedly, Akademiks is now scary as hell because he got a lot of dirt under his hands. Him and the Akademiks TV showrunner, the Grand Wizard over there, the chat N-word, George Wynn, right? We all know that George Wynn is one of the worst human beings on the internet. He writes scathing headlines about people that he doesn't know these people from a hole in the wall. But when Akademiks says jump, he says how high, and he stores up all this ammunition to take people out. Well, somehow, some way, Roc Nation has decided they're going to return some of that fire. And Akademiks and George Wynn are running for cover, along with Drake and the head of Stake and all these other people that have a hand in what's going on, and we're going to get to that. But let me explain right here before we go any further what's going on. Akademiks went on a live stream and had this cryptic message about this music executive who called him to confirm that you're not manic, you're not crazy. Akademiks. They are out to get you. They are on your ass. They are trying to smear and slander you because they did it to me, right? And I think I 100% believe these are two different cases. The exec in question, according to Flacco, and I believe him, is a guy by the name of Larry Jackson. He's he was born in September 1980. He's an American music executive who was the CEO or is the CEO and founder of Gamma, which is a distribution service, a multimedia company. He's going neck and neck and head to head with the current distributors, and Roc Nation is one of them that are trying to do the same thing, right? Apparently, he invented a better wheel than them, and they want him out of here. Two different things than him, Drake, and Akademiks. But let me continue. He was formerly global creative director of Apple Music and is credited with helping to launch and expand the platform. Now, what's going on is he allegedly called Akademiks and said, Akademiks, I know for a fact what they're doing to you is real. You're not making it up. Charlemagne got you on that interview, that 3-hour-long interview. I believe it was 3.5 hours. And he kind of made you look like a manic, overly scary person that is chasing windmills, chasing ghosts. You think you're seeing things in the shadows because you're thinking people are out to get you. And Charlemagne did what he's supposed to do, going to say, Act. How can you prove these things? You kind of sound kind of crazy. He used that word, for lack of a better word, hysterical, what they used to say to women back in the day when they knew that something was wrong but they couldn't prove it. They would say, you're just being hysterical. So Charlemagne made Akademiks look and sound hysterical. He's yelling out that these people are out to get him. The dastardly Roc Nation, the Roc Nation will crumble. Has no proof whatsoever, but he knows it's true. Well, allegedly, according to Akademiks, he got his proof from Larry Jackson. So Larry Jackson is at odds with Roc Nation as well because back in the day, right? Remember that infamous title deal that Jay-Z lined all them artists up, and he was going to have Drake as one of them artists. I think he had Madonna, Lil Wayne, and Kanye and Rihanna lined up all these artists. He was going to have Tidal be the savior of the music industry, and they were going to get equal pay and equity and all this, that, in the third. Nicki Minaj is still saying he owes her for that deal to this day, $20 million, some to the tune of that, some kind of wild-ass number. She's still saying he owed her and never got paid, okay? Well, Drake stepped away. Some people say Drake was never asked. Some people say Drake was asked and declined. Some people say Drake was on the bubble and Larry Jackson talked him out of it and talked him into coming to Apple, which he ended up going to Apple for allegedly a $20 million deal to put his music, his album on Apple for 7 days exclusively, like Tidal was doing. And it shifted a lot of things because Tidal was a real threat back in the day when Jay-Z bought that company and went right at Apple's neck. Tidal was a real threat. Okay, so they in turn, I want to say recruited Drake, and Drake left Jay-Z hanging. Now what Akademiks is alleging is that slight never went away, and Jay-Z and Roc Nation are still mad at Drake and mad at the man who talked Drake into not following through, which is Larry Jackson. Now that Larry Jackson has started a distribution company called Gamma, he has since left Apple Music, started Gamma Music, which is a better wheel. So, you know how they say some people want to invent a better wheel, so he invented a better wheel to distribute music and other things. I don't know the full extent of it, but it's supposedly a direct competitor of Rock Nation, and Rock Nation's deal or their distribution setup was allegedly panned as predatory by Russ and others. So Rock Nation out the gate, when they launched theirs, when they went to, when they opened up their distribution system or what have you, the industry made a mockery of it, and Rock Nation walked away with egg on their face. Meanwhile, Gamma, which was allegedly a better deal, a better product, better for artists, it was thriving in that space. So now what Larry Jackson is alleging, and I think he has a defamation lawsuit against the people who started an online smear campaign. I believe he's saying that it was these people, Rock Nation, because, and correct me if I'm wrong, because his deal is up, theirs is down, and they look at him as competition, so they got to get him out of here because they're playing for big money. A whole lot of things are at stake if he actually does succeed with what he got going on. So now, there have been allegedly AI websites popping up smearing Larry Jackson, and he has traced them back to the source, according to him and according to Akademiks, to be Rock Nation. Akademiks would not say his name, but Flacco had no problem with saying his name, and I believe that's exactly who the person is, because during his rant, Akademiks said, imagine if there was a company, a digital company, and imagine the name was Gamma. I don't know what the name. So he's toying with it. He's trying to tell you who the guy is, but he don't want to say the guy's name. So it's Larry Jackson and the company's Gamma. So that's who called Akademiks and said, Akademiks, you're not manic, like Charlemagne tried to make you believe. You are indeed correct. I've been in rooms with these people. They are after you. They are out to get you. They are trying to bring you down. They're putting out stuff on your name, this, that, and the third. Well, let's just walk back before we make Akademiks into some kind of victim. All right, before we get too far with this, that Ak is getting chased down and walked down by the scandalous Rock Nation. Ak has been smearing people for a decade. Before we get too far and start putting tears on our face for Akademiks and prayers up for Akademiks, Akademiks has been the done-dada bullier online for over 10 years. He has slandered and talked crazy about everyone. Anybody he feels like it. It got so bad they had to pay Akademiks. Lil Baby's team paid Akademiks to not slander him when he dropped his album, gang. Was John Legend's wife and all these other people, he done called them B's and C's and D's and everything else. Every rapper that has the slightest ask Freddie Gibbs what he calls them. Akademiks has no problem of being a 100% bully out here. All of a sudden, he met a bigger bully. Apparently, we're not going to cry for Akademiks. If you know anything about Mr. Warren Chirac, right? The big bone and brolic, the guy with the pool in his backyard, right? Walks out there in his house coat and slippers every morning with his herbal tea and his Henny. We're not going to start crying for Ak. The problem with Ak is Ak never met nobody who can match him. Ak prides himself on being he has no boss. He has no boss. So he's like, I don't have no boss. You can't report me to the higher ups. I don't get suspended. Last time he got suspended was Complex News. All right? And he had to apologize. Okay? So other than that, Ak don't have no bosses. No one tells him what to do. And for the better part of a decade, Akademiks flexed his muscles on Meek Mill and everybody else. He just came off an epic rant of Jay-Z, 2 weeks straight of slandering Jay-Z every single kind of way he possibly could. And the Grand Wizard, oh yeah, he got really good at it. I don't know if anybody is good as the Grand Wizard. And if you don't think they got bots helping out to move this narrative, you done lost your ever-loving mind. But now, since bots have been recruited against him allegedly, right, Akademiks, now he wants to maintain low tones, stay in the basement. He ain't streaming much no more, ain't eating that much. It's not Ozempic. I'm just not eating, right? I'm not saying he said that, but that's how he's acting, right? Akademiks has lost a bunch of weight because Akademiks is sick to his stomach because he gotten a lot of stuff that he can't get out. They already cornered the Grand Wizard over there in Australia. Oh yeah, they on his ass. They sat him down and he's talking. That's what Charlemagne was trying to tell him. He said, Ak, watch your back, because the guys on your payroll, they talking. Loose lips sink ships. Ak is getting scared. You know why? Because they got some lawsuits alleging that Ak and them are fake gambling. Oh, yeah. They're saying that, oh, they don't lose when they look like they're losing. When he's sitting there playing 21, blackjack, or whatever he's playing, poker, whatever he's playing, he playing with the house money. Yeah, that's what they're saying. It's a whole lot of other stuff. They accusing these guys of money laundering, gang. Okay? And ain't none of them going to stand up for the other one to keep the other one out of prison. If it comes to that. If somehow, some way. They're accusing the Akademiks TV, George Wynn, they're accusing him of pushing money from here to put it over there. Underneath the table. They're accusing him of using that money to bot Drake's music. It's a whole lot going on. It is a lot going on in these lawsuits. And people trying to get to the bottom of it. And Akademiks is scary. He don't want nobody at the bottom of it because a whole lot of money come first and then problems come second. He grabbed for the money. He got this closer relationship with Drake was what he wanted. He was never going to get close to Drake until he started fooling with Steak. You got to understand, gang, if you really understand what's going on, you'll know he wasn't having no intimate stuff with Drake. Now he done got 2 dinners with the man in the chain because he's gambling on Steak, guys. He's smiling like a Cheshire cat. He had never met the guy until Iceman was about to come out. Never physically met him. Oh, he met him, got flued out, got a whole chain and everything else. So it's different now. He got that where you at, what you doing text on Drake's birthday. Oh, yeah, he good. But that comes with favors and all kind of expectations. Now he's gambling on Steak, which he never used to do. But they're watching that gambling on Steak, and they're noticing that when these guys lose or win, they're noticing a couple of things, and they're starting to take them to the authorities because they want justice for the stuff that they're seeing. They're saying that they're not playing fair, among other things, and they're questioning these guys, and that's what Charlamagne was trying to tell them. Okay, like I keep telling you, how Jay-Z say, it establishes a deeper, darker criminal link. I've been saying this since January. It establishes a deeper, and I think it was last January I was telling you this. Deeper, darker criminal link. Now it's getting scary because Roc Nation ain't letting up because you got to understand, if I'm Roc Nation, I feel like he was full on paid by Tory Lanez's team. I feel like every morning he woke up and defended them when they were in a very serious lawsuit. That's why they keep depositioning Akademiks, because they want to know what he was told and what he was paid, because he went a little too hard to so-called be a neutral party, a media personality, an influencer. Every morning he was slandering for this guy. So they think that he was in bed with that side. It's a lot going on with Akademiks. But now Akademiks right here wants to be a victim. When dudes get scared, they start to shrink, and now they want to be victims. Akademiks wants you to feel sorry for him because he sat up there with Charlamagne and got almost outwitted, outlasted, outplayed for 3 hours. He came in not understanding the assignment. The assignment was seek and destroy. Come in here like a Trojan horse, pretend to be his man, and tear his ass up. Akademiks don't understand this game because Akademiks, he's a fish out of water. He never will understand. That's why the exec can call him and say these things to him, because he know Akademiks don't know. Akademiks is only in this business. He's not in this business because he's such a great asset and he knows this, that, and the third. Akademiks is in this business because he tapped in with these young people, a decade or more younger than him. He tapped in with their anger and all this stuff they want to think they know about hip hop and what they think he knows. And he does it in a real negative way to a degree. Some may say negative, some may say positive, but he does it. He resonates with how they want to watch their hip hop media and news. Okay? And he's been doing that for a decade. So now he is in a position of power, and execs like Larry Jackson want to be cool with him because he can move the needle. They pay him to put their music up. He's already admitted to a lot of the stuff. He does get paid. He used to say he didn't, but he messed up, and now everybody knows you can pay Akademiks for pretty much everything. Akademiks want to keep that nice house in Jersey. Okay, so Larry Jackson and others, they dip their toe in with Ak. They use him for favors. They ask him to do this, that, and the third, and they give him a little bit of game. So Larry Jackson allegedly called him and said, Ak, you're not crazy. They are on your ass. Be careful. Now, my problem is this, gang. I ain't never, ever. I'm going to try to search my memory But when I was a little kid in elementary, when I was in middle school, when I was in high school, when I was a grown man, gang, I ain't never seen a scared bully. Never. I ain't never seen a scared bully. You know when the bully does get scared, though? When them boys in them jackets with the letters on the back come. Oh, every bully gets scared then. They all get scared when them guys come around, start asking questions. Right? Them officials, those people that carry guns and they got the right to put you in handcuffs. Oh, when they come around, all the bullies get scared. That's what's going on with Akademiks. Akademiks getting scared because it's getting scary. And he played with them too long. Gang, he talked crazy as shit about them Rock Nation people. Desiree Perez, Jay-Z. He talked crazy about all of them for years because they wasn't going to fight back. But I think he took it a little too far. I think Akademiks TV got a little too reckless with a lot of people. And Akademiks want to fight the way Akademiks fight. Well, they went and figured out how Akademiks fight. They reversed the timeline all the way back. Oh, he does this. Oh, they pay that. Oh, they can say this and they can push that. They can push this. They realized that they got all kind of stuff online that they can hit the switch on, have 55 accounts, say the same exact thing. Oh, they're like, oh, this is what he does. So then let's do it too. And I'm not saying they weren't doing it before him or they were, but Ak perfected it. And now Akademiks, they're fighting fire with fire and they're low-key winning. And now he's trying to drag everybody down, right? When I was younger, I went to a place called Wild World, right? This is in D.C. It was called Wild World. Then they turned it into Great Adventures. They had this big-ass pool. And me and this kid, we drove to the Wild World. We got in a big-ass whirlpool. The pool pushes towards a wave pool, right? So we're playing in the wave pool, da-da-da-da-da. I get tired. My arms get tired. I want to get out the water. My friend decides, oh, it's time to play. So he goes under the water, starts pulling my leg down. I start to drown because he's pulling my leg down. He thinks it's funny. End of the day, he's pulling me down. Now I'm in danger. They got to stop the wave pool, rescue me, this, that, and the third. I'm scared. Everybody with this thing is getting pulled down. Everybody's scared now. Akademiks is scared. George Wynn is saying, please don't dox me. Please don't put my picture up. They came to my house already. Everybody's pulling each other down in this wave pool. They don't want to go down by themselves, gang. They don't want to go down by themselves. So at the end of the day, man, listen, I'm going to leave it at this. We're seeing Akademiks at his most vulnerable. But he's still the same bully that we saw for 15 years or however long it was. He wants to be Drake's right-hand attack dog, but then when it's time to get attacked back, now he want to sit there on the couch or on his computer chair and be somber and send out Flacco to try to smooth things over. Well, we're going to see if Akademiks really built for all this because he act like he was. He act untouchable. He act like he was that nigga, this, that, the third, right? He got real loud over especially the last 5 years. Oh yeah, when Dot and all this battle, Akademiks got very loud. He was very vocal, slamming shit and this, that, and the third. So we're going to see where it go from here for Ak. And if he really tough like that, didn't he want to fight Lil Baby? And didn't he want to fight, 3 or 4 people, he called him out, I'll beat your ass. Oh, now Ak is tough, right? Ak is tough. Ak can punch now, right? Remember Ak was talking about he'd rather tell on you. Now Ak want to punch guys. He want a fist fight. Okay, Ak, they got a place for you for that. So we're going to see what happened with Akademiks. Let's see how scary he get before he start to try to blow everything up and tell on everybody on the top to save himself. It is what it is, man. Listen, that's all I got, man. I don't believe that his situation is the same as Larry Jackson. I believe, yes, they really are trying to smear Larry Jackson, whoever they may be. Somebody don't want Larry Jackson to succeed. But it ain't for the same reasons as Akademiks. Akademiks earned this ass whooping. Larry Jackson doing business as usual. He worked at Apple. He started something that's positive that people can. I don't know the man from a hole in the wall, but he started a distribution. He's just trying to do good business. Akademiks is not doing good business. But he want to come off like some type of victim. No, Ak. No. You're going to be scary by yourself. We good over here. All right, listen, I'm going to leave it at that, man. CLBMG. Head on over to black-yeti.com. Let them know who sent you. They ship all over the continental U.S. My Patreon account is up. Charles Brown Patreon. You can join for free over there on that account. Go lock in over there. I also put up certain videos for subscribers and members on this and my YouTube, okay? And Wednesday nights we go live. The What Show's coming back with a whole new set. I'm working on that now. We got a new video that we just shot. Man, we working. Me, TJ, and Flares, we still doing what we do. Go check out that album called The What Project, Locked In. I got new merch, right? New merch for the This, That, and the Third morning show. Morning show every morning, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Lock in with your boy, man. Listen, I'm going to catch y'all on that flip side. I'm out of here. Peace.
Look, mission impossible to drop a few lines without dropping old times when Southern Hill was still a gold mine. When pistol grips was my shit and I sold mine. When Alias was not a show and they told mine. Elevate your mind with high quality THC infused products. BlackYeti.com. Black-Yeti.com.
CLB.
Get my coat, get my sheepskin, grab my wallet, get my pocket knife, and get that hat right there. We out. Grab my pocket knife too. Let's go. When I first came to the city, niggas didn't believe me. I just wanted to join a team and throw assist pass easily. 6 man off the bench, alley-oop pass freely. Suit up for one game and hope a scout might see me. But nah, niggas is greedy, wasn't rocking with him. Unplugged the scoreboard, put a lock on the gym. Told me to power forward, point guard at the rim. And left me with no center and a ball full of phlegm. Not knowing that I'm a dog, a Rottweiler within. With the heart of a pit bull that don't bark for pretend. My bites cut deep, break the bone and the skin. With the level of hustlenomics you do not comprehend. So first I took a block down on the west side end. And then secured a spot with some goons and some kin. And then sent out some flyers, let the games begin. And in 6 months time, the city like that's him. Oh yeah, he the one that moved the hustle to the burbs. And yeah, he the one that knocked the hustlers off the curb. And yeah, he the one that set up shop without a word. And he the one that got it cracking. And all he did was rapping by the Hooters. I kept killers from being shooters. Put a mic in a thug's hand, now he loyal like Pats fans. Take a man off the streets past the needles and crack cans. Promise mama to keep him safe, then put some food in his face and he'll kill for you. But I don't need him for that. Click like, click share, tell them bitches we back. Share the whole location, tell them niggas where we at. Cause we out here and we ain't the cheese, we the trap.